Today, we are thrilled to announce the stable release of Android Studio Meerkat Feature Drop version 2024.3.2. This release is packed with features designed to integrate smoothly into your workflow, boost your productivity, and help you build high-quality Android apps even faster. Let's start with how Android Studio Meerkat Feature Drop enhances your productivity with Gemini. Debugging production crashes just got easier. The App Quality Insights tool window helps you see Firebase Crashlytics and Android Vitals crash reports directly in the IDE. And now, Gemini can analyze each crash to provide insights into potential root causes and fixes, including code snippets and links to relevant documentation. To get the most accurate results, make sure you enable sharing code context with Gemini. Writing unit tests is essential, but setting them up with useful scenarios can be tedious. Gemini can now help kickstart the process by generating unit test scenarios for your code. Just select the methods you want to test, and Gemini creates a test file with well-named test functions with guidance for you to implement. Do you find yourself typing the same prompts into Gemini over and over? With the new prompt library, you can save the prompts you use most frequently and have easy access to them across the IDE. Then, just use the prompts you need directly from the chat window or editor. It's a simple way to standardize common tasks and save time. Now, let's talk about how we're making it easier to develop and test your UI. Android Studio now makes it easier to ensure that your app icon looks great with themed icons, which were introduced in Android 13. With Themed Icon Preview, you can now instantly preview how your standard icon adapts to the system theming right in the IDE, even if you haven't created a dedicated monochromatic icon yet. This helps you spot potential issues early. We've also made enhancements to compose previews to speed up your UI iteration loop. Zooming is smoother and more responsive, and you can now collapse preview groups by their preview name, tidying up the screen when working on complex layouts. And we've streamlined the view modes. Grid is the default, Focus is available via right-click, and List View has been removed for simplicity. On to improvements we've made to how you build and deploy your app. Building for multiple platforms? Meerkat Feature Drop makes starting with Kotlin multi-platform much easier with the new KMP shared module template. With just a few clicks, Android Studio sets up a KMP module in your existing app, making it easier to structure and build shared business logic for both Android and iOS directly from Android Studio. Configuring new devices is also more streamlined in the Device Manager. When creating virtual devices, new filters and recommendations help you choose configurations optimized for your machine. For Android device streaming, a new catalog view and filters make it easier to locate and start using the real physical devices you need in just a few clicks. Stay proactive with dependency health using Google Play deprecated SDK warnings. Android Studio now shows lint warnings if you're using an SDK that's been marked as deprecated by its author. These warnings often include suggestions for alternatives, helping you keep your app secure and up to date. We've also refined the build menu and actions. The main build button and shortcut now builds and assembles the modules specified in the run configuration. We've also renamed actions for clarity. For example, Rebuild Project is now Clean and Assemble Project with Tests. Last but definitely not least, this release of Android Studio is built on top of IntelliJ version 2024.3, so it includes many great updates from that release, such as stable K2 mode, more reliable Java and Kotlin code inspections, debugger improvements, and much, much more. And that's a wrap for all the new updates in Android Studio Meerkat Feature Drop. If you haven't already, now is the time for you to download this latest version and to incorporate these new features into your workflow. As always, we appreciate any feedback on things you like, any bugs you discover, or any new features you would like to see in future versions of Android Studio. Remember to like and subscribe and share with a fellow Android app developer. See you next time.